Well, as information is revealed about what various governments knew of the terrorists, the U.S. intelligence community is reminding the public that mass surveillance has its value. CCTV's Jessica Stone reports.
Back in October 2013, the newspaper Le Monde reported the U.S. had collected more than 70 million French telephone records and texts, known as metadata in the intelligence community. French President François Hollande called on the Americans to immediately stop what he called unacceptable behavior between partners and allies. The Wall Street Journal later reported it was not the National Security Agency, but France and other European intelligence services which had obtained the information and turned it over to the United States. Nonetheless, when President Hollande arrived at the White House for a state visit in February 2014, resolving the NSA spying episode was top of his agenda.
Nous avons établi une clarification.
President Obama and myself have clarified the past. We have discussed a cooperation to fight against terrorism, but we also wanted to meet a number of principles, and we are making headway in this cooperation. Mutual trust has been restored.
U.S. President Barack Obama ultimately decided to curb the bulk data collection program in early 2014. Fast forward to the murder of 12 during an attack at the Paris headquarters of a satirical magazine. The two suspects, Sharif Kawachi and his brother Saeed, were both on U.S. no-fly lists, and that information was shared with the FBI and other governments. In the hours after the attacks, former American intelligence officials who supported metadata collection and did not want it curbed claimed the practice could help the investigation.
That metadata doesn't look all that scary this morning, and I wouldn't be surprised if the French services pick up cell phones associated with the attack and ask the Americans, where have you seen these phones active globally?
Former House Intelligence Committee Chairman Mike Rogers said new U.S. government restrictions on mass data collection will make things more difficult.
Unfortunately, again, it's been changed, so it's going to take a little longer to get to that metadata place. That information won't help the French necessarily. It will, the things that the FBI can show is we know by that name, an individual of that name maybe have been in contact with another terrorist, or somebody that we've identified to be a terrorist who's also associated with these 3 or 4 different people. That can be invaluable in an investigation.
An investigation not only into the Kawachi brothers, who are now dead in a police shootout, but a related investigation into a known associate, Amadi Coulibaly. He allegedly killed a policewoman after Thursday's magazine attack and took more than a dozen hostages at a kosher grocery store Friday. Coulibaly died when police stormed the market. French officials say he had killed 4 of the 12 hostages before the police assault started. In an ironic twist to the metadata debate, it was an open phone line, according to French media, that ultimately led French police to know when to raid that grocery store in an attempted rescue of those hostages. Jessica Stone, CCTV, Washington.